Previously on Hot Quest.
2024, a rift has forged into a parallel fantasy kingdom. People running away from what appears to be a large green dragon.
I was in the middle of, I guess the word would be a quest, to obtain the pieces of a talisman that could give our champion the strength and resources he needs to destroy the great evil.
So I guess this is yours. Here you go. Here is the section of Talisman. You pierce through the heart of the elemental. It lets out this almighty wail where the field spars pierce through the chest. It just starts to crumble. And then sitting in the pile of the rubble is the piece of the talisman, the third and final piece. The Bath Services gnomes offer you a full pampering service for bringing peace to the gnome depot.
This has been a wonderful, relaxing 2 days, but it is time we venture to Oklahoma City. Yes!
Hot quest, may I interest you in a hot quest, may I interest you in a hot quest, may I interest you in a hot quest.
The task is almost complete. All 3 pieces of the talisman have been collected, and the dive-mobile, slightly more cramped now thanks to the presence of a marginally more human-shaped Lorem the Wise, is heading for Oklahoma City. Their goal, to deliver the talisman to the champion so he can vanquish
A great evil.
as you approach the city, Lorem has one very important question for you all.
Do you have any trail mix?
We only have the Cajun spice stuff, and it just gets everywhere in the car.
I don't know, our car has been smashed and covered in webs, unless we found like a 7-Eleven along the way. I don't know what else we have.
I just remembered, when we raided the bowling alley, Zoe stole all the snacks.
I did.
Do you want to
That's
check?
true.
Let's
I was
pull
very
over and
chill.
check the trunk. Let's see if we can find some stuff.
As you pull over and open the trunk, I would imagine that there's some kind of backpack or satchel that the talisman pieces are in.
Oh, we never actually put the pieces together yet. Who among you wants the honor of restoring the talisman to its full power?
Oh, not it.
Is it gonna cause damage?
Yeah, is it
'Cause-
safe to do?
Yeah.
Like,
I am squishy as hell, y'all.
Yeah, that
I
is
will
true.
I'll be blunt with you. I was there when we segmented it into the three pieces,
Oh, it sounds like you should do it.
but I don't know what will happen when it is reassembled, not it.
Okay.
Looks like Sam for Zoe.
Sam's a beefy boy.
I have the
Can
most
Sam
hit
do
points
it?
to lose.
And I will stand by with the healing spell at the
Okay.
ready. So.
All right.
Today, I will truly do it for the vine.
Vine's been gone for a full decade at this point. All of the pieces of the talisman are pulled together, and you can see the seams kind of join up, almost as if it was never separated at all. And I need everyone except for Sam to do a wisdom saving throw.
Oh no!
Here we go.
I got a dirty 20.
Nice.
Finally.
Okay, that's a 19 total.
Damn, we rolling good today.
I got a 9.
Wow.
2/3 of us are rolling good today.
So Sam, from Zoe, you are able to feel exactly what she's feeling. Zoe, describe for us how Zoe feels in this specific moment.
Definitely hungry. I'm definitely a hungry girl. Always. Sam knows this. I know, I'm probably just worried about Sam. Like, we kind of forced him to do this thing, and I guess I feel a little guilty about that. So worried about him. Definitely thinking about Cheetos.
So Sam, you are, as you are holding this talisman, this completed talisman, you can feel the concern that Zoe feels for you, the guilt that Zoe feels about having, by process of elimination, nominated you for this task, and a Cheeto craving. But that's kind of perennial.
Inside me, I can feel Chester pull the crank to dangerous.
Yes.
As I'm trying to contain this, I'm like, there's Cheetos in the glove box!
Yeah.
Sam does do this. He hides Cheetos for me.
You also pick up something from someone else, and it is Lorem. It is Lorem, Ipsum, the wise, the wizard, the human, the former mouse, the human again. And the thing you are picking up primarily from Lorem is fear. And it is not a fear of the talisman, it is a fear of what awaits you in Oklahoma City. And you are feeling that, again, as if you were feeling it yourself. It's like a deep, resonant empathy just kind of echoing in the church hall of your heart.
So, wait, what's going to happen in Oklahoma City? Why are you afraid?
Who said I was afraid? I'm not afraid. I'm perfectly fine.
We came here because you said it was important, because you said that the fate of the world was in our hands. Why is there something to be scared of anymore if the champion's just going to be able to take care of it once we have this?
I would not describe it as fear. I would say I am concerned for your safety.
Are we... Would the champion attack us? Is that...
I don't think he's the concern. It is the great evil, the peril.
All right. I'm going to just ask you this. Every time we've name-dropped you or someone has seen you so far,
I'm pretty great, yes.
They've been pretty ticked off about that, and it usually either starts a fight or gets us, like, kicked out of a space. Is the champion gonna be happy to see you?
That's a very good question.
I honestly couldn't tell you. The champion and I parted on good terms, but I haven't seen him in many an age.
Lorem is about to start giving you directions when you see a man fighting what appear to be 3 dragon whelps. And Lorem kind of points at him and goes,
That's him! That's the champion!
and it is at this point I would like to introduce our special guest star, Miles Luna.
Yay!
His armor is so radiant.
Thank you.
Miles, why don't you describe exactly what you're wearing in the game, please?
Of course. The champion, as most champions do, is wearing an extraordinarily brilliant set of armor, though it is filled with dings and cuts from who knows how many battles. He also seems to have a few logos slapped on a few places. It seems there's like maybe he had a Razor sponsorship at some point. Too many belts, like way an unnecessary amount of belts. And he's like on a one-man quest to bring cargo pants back. Like they're good, they're nice. He's gonna definitely argue for their practicality, that's the word. He doesn't know words good, but we'll get into that later.
I would like every single one of you to roll your initiative.
Hell yeah. Action packed.
I rolled a 5, so holding it down.
Yeah.
Elisa, what was your initiative?
An 8.
Sam, what did you roll?
It's a 5, baby.
Zoe, what was your nip?
13.
And Miles, the champion.
This is not a joke. That's a 20, baby.
Yes!
Ah!
So top of the turn order is the champion. There are 3 very small green dragon whelps. What do you want to do?
I want to point to the dragon whelp in the middle and say, "Are you ready? Because today's the day you die." And I wield my great battle axe and charge forth.
Hell yeah.
All right, give me that attack roll.
So that was a 4. The champion rolled a 4.
That doesn't hit, unfortunately. Paint us a picture using the gift of language.
Of course. Okay, so the champion goes forth with his great battle axe and swings two-handedly like Babe Ruth, but the whelp just barely dodges out of the way. But there's not a look of frustration on his face. Instead, what's that? Surprise and joy? Perhaps a foe finally worthy of my talents.
Unearned confidence.
Yeah!
Wow.
All right.
Powerful.
Next in the turn order is the dragon whelps. First dragon whelp is going to come in for a bite. You are going to take 4 piercing damage. The second one misses, and the third one... Oh, that one doesn't hit. Okay, so you're good. And then next in the turn order is Zoe.
I think I'm just going to use my cantrip Produce Flame. So I'm going to roll this d20 plus 4. Is an 8.
Okay, so that misses. Next up in the turn order is Lorem the Wise. He puts his hands together and begins muttering to himself in an unrecognizable language, and you see this orange light start to build. Then he extends his hands outwards, letting forth a brilliant blast of orange towards the whelps, turning one of them into a chicken. So next up in the turn order
Elisa.
it's Elisa.
Cast cloud of daggers.
Let's have a look at this. You fill the air with spinning daggers in a cube, 5 feet on each side, centered on a point you choose within range. A creature takes 4d4 slashing damage when it enters the spell's area for the first time on a turn or starts its turn there. Do you know who else is in that cube? The champion.
Hey, he's beefy, he's fine.
The champion looks overhead and sees like the cloud of daggers forming and is just like, climate change has really gotten out of hand.
Sam, you're up.
All right. I see a fellow warrior in need, and I charge into the fray.
And immediately take 4d4 slashing damage from the cloud of
I
daggers.
did not notice. Absolutely. Do that damage to me.
Elisa, could you roll the 4d4, please? It's your spell. I'm going to put you in charge of how bad Sam gets cut.
So 20 total?
Wait,
D4s?
4d4s?
Wait, no, never mind. No, sorry, D4.
It's the pointiest one.
The one you don't want to step on. The most Lego of the dice.
Okay, never mind. That was half. So 10.
10.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
You take 10 slashing damage.
All right. I'm all the way down to 71.
I'm not going to have that end your turn because your character is so profoundly unaware of this because you have infinity health or whatever.
Right. It's like I just went through like a burr bush, and so like I just have a bunch of like very small daggers. I ignore the pain of the 7 daggers sticking out of me. I think I'm gonna attack first the one that actually made a hit on the champion.
Do it. Do it to it.
That is a 19.
Oh,
Well, that
That
might do
does
it.
it.
Okay, so I do 8 slashing damage. For my second attack,
oh,
I'm going to attack the other one.
Oh.
So I do it like, you know, I'm just hacking and slashing. And
Yeah.
okay, well, 9.
That one doesn't so
It
much.
doesn't look as cool. The halberd got a little stuck in the first one,
Oh,
and so it kind of threw off my second attack.
Mikey, you are up.
Okay, I run to a nearby car and hide.
Give me a stealth check.
Second dirty 20, 15 plus 5.
Ye.
All right, so I take my first little throwing chef's knife off my chest, which I've been practicing in my backyard for years, hoping for this moment. I reel back and I throw a knife directly right between the eyes of a whelp.
So because it's a sneak attack, you would usually get advantage. If it's a cooled shot, I'm going to take that advantage away.
17?
That'll do it.
Not as good. 8.
There's a dagger now sticking like right between its eyes, and I'm going to give you another 4 damage because you hit the cooled shot.
At the end of my turn, I yell, "Sam, can you get that out of its face and throw it back to me?" Because I only have 2 throwing knives. I need that back, bro.
Dude, I've got extra if you need any.
When you threw that, you were still stealthed, but yelling, now everyone is aware of your location, so you are no longer stealth.
I mean, I just say we were good at saving the world.
And we are back to the top of the turn order. The champion, you are up.
So the champion, let me just make sure I have this correct. In the middle of a swirling vortex of knives that are about to fall
Yes.
upon him?
Oh, which means you need to start your turn taking 4d4 damage.
Of course. All right, so that's going to be 8 damage. He also notices Sam, because how could you not after that brilliant entrance, and immediately shouts, "Civilian!" And he's going to turn to his side, and I'd love to just rip one of the doors off of a nearby car and use it as a shield from all of these knives.
That's going to be your action, so you won't be able to do an attack this turn. But go ahead and just give me a straight-up strength check to see if you can pull the door off of the car.
So let's see, that's going to be a 23.
Yeah, effortlessly.
Now,
You-
can I
Beautiful.
use my extra attack now to continue onward?
You know what? On this occasion, I'm going to allow it so that we can move on past this.
Technically,
fight.
he was
So-
attacking the car.
You were attacking the car. Yeah.
So after shouting civilian and now covering myself with this door shield, I say, "I've got your back," reach behind and unsheath my javelin and hurl it at the whelp nearest Sam.
Beautiful. Go ahead and roll for that that javelin attack. So that's going to be a strength. So a d20 plus 8.
All right, that's going to be a 25.
That hits.
Okay, so that's going to be 14 damage.
All right. Next up in the turn order is the whelps and the chicken. Elisa, could you give me that 4d4 roll to see how much damage they take? I'm going to stop you there. The chicken spontaneously explodes. There's no dice roll you could do where that wouldn't happen. So the chicken is dead.
That's too bad. I kind of wanted to adopt the chicken, if I'm being honest.
Definitely roll for the rest of the whelps.
11.
11. So they take 11 damage each. The whelp nearest Sam is going to go in for an attack. I'm going to give him disadvantage because there's a big door shield in the way. Both dice roll like 2 and 3. That's nothing. The weaker of the whelps is going to attack at the champion and try to smash through that shield.
He can try.
And that it beams nothing. No.
This is the door of a Hyundai Sonata.
The safety rating on this is out of this world.
Car and driver said, "This will save you from 1,000 whelps."
Zara, you're up.
What are your guys' HP right now?
The champion's sitting at a weathered but willing 40.
Okay.
I'm at a 71.
Cool. I'm gonna heal the champion. Total of 5.
The champion is completely oblivious to the fact that he's been healed and just thinks that he finally got his second wind and is really proud of himself for persevering.
So next up is Lorem the Wise. He's going to cast Phantasmal Force. So right now, as far as the whelk is concerned, it has been contained in a cage. So the next turn goes to Elisa.
I'm looking at this. I'm seeing a whelp freaking out. So I'm just going to kind of throw out some vicious mockery. I unleash a bunch of shade at a creature I see within range. If the target can hear, you must succeed on a wisdom saving throw or take 1d4 psychic damage and have disadvantage on next attack roll.
Well, it beefed that roll, the wisdom saving throw.
Y'all come back to me when you've thought about why you are here right now, trapped in a spectral cage and freaking out. This
Good.
was a choice you made, so this
Go
is
to
all
your
your
spectral
fault.
cage and think about what you've done. Do the 1d4 psychic damage.
That's a 2.
Cool. Sam. Elisa has to do the knife damage, but because you are currently shielded, it's only going to be 2d4, not 4d4.
Hell yeah.
Yay! 6.
You take 6 slashing damage.
I'm gonna burst into my barbarian rage. Okay, that is a 15.
Yeah, that just hits.
So that is, well, a 15.
You have shredded this boy. It also explodes in a cloud of feathers, despite not being a chicken.
And then for my extra attack,
Right.
I'm attacking the remaining whelp.
Yeah.
21.
Yeah, that all the way hits.
Okay, so that is a 7 damage.
7
Okay.
damage is a decent number. Next in the turn order is Mikey, who is no longer hidden because he yelled at the group last time.
I'm feeling myself a little bit here. I'm flipping my knife in my hand. I stand up, and I just hurl it right at him.
Are you looking away?
It is kind of a no look. Well, there's only one wounded creature in a ephemeral cage.
If you're not looking,
No.
and I love this,
I'm not.
but
'cause
you
I'm
might
fine.
you might have to take disadvantage.
Okay.
I believe in you, Mikey.
It's worth it for the vine.
All right. First D20 is on the ground. Jumanji rules.
Jumanji does rule. Very well observed.
It's an 18. On
Oh,
the
it's an
ground.
18? Okay, so
I
if
gotta
you
roll
roll...
one more time.
So now I'm
Yeah.
very scared.
Yeah.
Ooh, 6.
So that's 10. So I want you to imagine in your mind's eye, in the cinema of the mind, that Mikey just kind of looked away and gone, Fwah! The knife flies through the air and clatters against the ground like 5 feet shy of where the fight is actually happening. So back to the top of the turn order, we have the champion holding the car door shield, and we're Elisa, could you roll 2d4 for the flurry of knives?
That's 4.
All right.
You take 4 cloud knife damage.
Gotcha. The champion, having just witnessed Sam just dive straight into a blood rage and obliterate this small creature. And so far, I think Sam is like kind of the only person out of the party that he is like acknowledged as another person that's here. So feeling very like heroic and role model-y, the champion reaches out and is like, civilian, Rage can be a powerful tool, but beware. Don't let it control you. Don't let it consume you. Remember, the strongest muscle is the one right here. And then he's gonna turn around and swing his axe with all of his might at the last remaining enemy.
Yeah, give me that axe attack.
Yeah, you got it.
So that's gonna be your d20 plus 8.
That's a 24.
Oh, that definitely hits.
It also says plus 8 to hit because of my great weapon fighting. So that's gonna be a 19 damage from this thing.
With one swift swing of the axe towards the whelp, who kind of stands there for a moment looking stunned, and then, like any movie with a sword, half of it just kind of slides off of the other. The Final Fantasy successful battle music plays as if from nowhere, and you have successfully vanquished 2 whelps and a former whelp, now chicken.
I'm still kind of like digesting what the champion just said to me. My rage dies down, and I start to like question, like why I get so angry and what it
Really
affects
poor
me.
timing on this.
And I look down, and I have 9 knives in me, and I just go. Ah!
I'm gonna say at this point the cloud of knives dissipates, just out of necessity.
So Sam's scream kind of snaps the champion out of his like definite cool anime moment, but he completely mistakes it for a battle cry of victory and joins him. And he saunters over to him and is like, "Apologies, civilian. There's clearly much more to you than I had originally seen." He like chink, gets his javelin out of the pile of soup mush. "Thank you for the assistance, though, civilian."
Oh yeah. Oh, yeah. I just wanted to. I wanted to help so bad. I have javelins too. I just didn't use them. Should have.
I'm sure you all have javelins, and he gives him a hearty pat on the back.
Lorem steps forward and says,
Does someone want to get these bloody knives out of his back? And front and legs and arms.
The champion immediately locks eyes with Lorem, and they narrow.
Oh no.
Lorem ipsum. Lorem! It's been many an age since we've last met. How the hell are ya? He throws his arms out and gives him a big broy pat on the back.
and Lorem's like,
Yes, somebody doesn't hate me.
How could I hate this guy? He's one of the greatest pranksters I've ever met in all my days of being an extraordinary champion.
I come bearing good tidings. As you know, I left some time ago to collect the talisman that will imbue you with a great power. Well, these fine adventurers have aided me on my quest. I had a run-in with,
and he looks at you with steely eyes and he says,
the dragon. But we have, after much traveling, we have returned with the completed talisman.
and he points to Sam and says,
Sam, once you've finished bleeding, if you could hand the champion the talisman.
Yep. Yeah, I got it somewhere. I got it. I think it's. Oh, that's another knife. Oh, I thought it was the talisman. It was a
Do you
knife.
just want to tell me where it is? Like I can. Is it in one of your pockets?
It's not it. I don't even have it on me. I'm so knife drunk.
It was in the trunk last time I remember.
Okay. Hey, Mikey.
Yeah, I'm
Do you
actually
wanna-
close. I'm just gonna pop back.
Mikey, as you walk over with the talisman, I would like everyone to please do a wisdom saving throw. Lorem rolled a nat 20.
That's a 19.
Dirty 20.
Also dirty 20.
18.
So Zoe's the only one who gets red this time. Again. That's twice now.
Really, with an 18?
Zoe, what are you feeling right now?
I mean, I am definitely thinking that I gotta take care of Sam. And maybe questioning some of his decisions, like running into a cloud full of knives. But I am still like patching him up and like trying to take care of him. But also like one of those thoughts where you're like, what if it was just different, you know?
But Mikey, you are feeling all of this. Everything that
Yeah.
Zoe is feeling, you are also feeling it deeply.
Poor man.
Yeah.
I'm very perplexed by this. I'm looking around. I'm like, why do I feel bad about running into knives I didn't run into?
I mean, just be glad that I passed the saving throw. Otherwise, you would be feeling 9 knives.
Mikey returns with a talisman, feeling everything that
Yeah.
Zoe feels.
I'm just like crying when I bring it up there. I'm like, I don't know why. I don't know why.
So the champion looks down at your extended hand and then asks, "Tell me, what are your names?"
Mikey.
I don't think I'm thinking that hard about our relationship.
Hey, I feel stuff differently.
I'm Elisa María del Carmen Meléndez Ortiz Mazone Gutierrez Rivera. But you can call me Elisa.
I'm giving you a point of inspiration because
Yeah.
you earned it.
I'm spam. No. I'm. Sam. Nice to meet you.
Sam gets a point of inspiration.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know how this works.
I'm just waiting for him to like take it. I'm just standing here crying.
I guess it makes sense because, like, I've had these thoughts occasionally about Sam and my relationship. This is the first time Mikey has to call our relationship into
It's
question.
a lot, okay?
The champion puts a hand on Mikey's shoulder and is like, "I understand it's an emotional moment." And accepts the talisman and just kind of like looks at it.
Everyone except for the champion roll a wisdom saving throw.
Gosh, darn it.
Jumanji rolls. Ooh, that's a dirty over 20 because I got an 18 plus 3, 21.
I got a dirty 6.
All right. Okay, this is going to be good.
I got a 7.
And Elisa?
I got a 13.
Oh, wow, you're feeling everyone. Well, you really are the chosen one. And Lorem rolled a 14. So you are feeling everything except Mikey right now. Let's go around the horn. Let's start with Sam. How is Sam feeling right now?
I mean, my current emotion is knife. But also underneath that is the undercurrent of maybe for the first time ever re-examining, like, why I am the way I am, why I do what I do, and whether that's the best thing for me and the people around me.
Elisa, how are you feeling right now?
Extreme guilt. But also excitement because this guy's like pretty dope and like really cool looking and stuff. And I'm like, this is actually pretty dope and kind of inspiring. But also, I feel so bad.
Zoe, are you still in more or less the same place emotionally, or has that shifted?
I think it's pretty much the same. I think there's a tinge of like, what is wrong with Michael?
Now that the talisman is in the hand of the champion, Lorem feels just a deep confidence in the champion's ability to deal with the peril that is about to descend upon Oklahoma City. You are actually going to take a little bit of psychic damage. You're going to take 2 psychic damage because of just the sheer...
Oh, no.
My bean!
Yeah.
I have to tell you all, brave adventurers, I owe you an incredible debt. The lengths that you've gone in order to retrieve this talisman, I feel them.
You hear a rumble in the distance, and then a shadow is cast from high above you, and you see up in the sky, flying past and obscuring the sun, the large silhouette of a dragon. And Lorem tenses up. He's gripping his staff tight, and he says, "It's time." And the dragon swoops down, and you hear this kind of mighty rush of air as it lands on the ground in front of you, displacing dust and dirt. You recognize this dragon. This is the green dragon that Lorem was fighting way back in episode 1. And the dragon kind of rears its head down, and it looks at you all, and it says in a voice that will probably be deepened in post, "You have come."
I think it's starting to sink into the champion that this is the moment, and he locks eyes with the green dragon and says, "So it's you."
I am Kirok the Callous, Dominator of Oklahoma City. This is my domain.
I slowly back up.
Well, Kilrock, there's a saying here in Oklahoma City. Today is the day you die.
Do you really think that circular trinket will stop me?
And then it breathes fire straight at the champion. I need you to do a dexterity saving throw, please.
Yeah, you got it. That's gonna be a 15, yeah.
I don't think that will do it.
I'm sorry, what?
That's not gonna do it. You are gonna take some damage. Sorry, let me get some dice. One,
It's cool. It's cool. I got the,
Probably fine.
I got the talisman.
Two's not so bad.
I got the talisman. It's cool. It's cool.
Okay.
Five.
Five you can do. I've done 5.
6.
Okay.
Sorry, there's a lot of dice here. Let me just make some room so I can. Okay, now I get to add these up. So let me just arrange them. 36 fire
He's
damage.
still alive.
Damn. Okay.
Hopefully.
How much HP does the champion have right now?
I'm sitting at 39.
You're 39. Okay,
at
so yeah, you took. That's
Some would say
sorry, let me-
most. Some would say
Let
most.
me
Yeah.
Someone
calculate.
to most.
But the sheer force of that flame pushes you back. You are lying on the ground now. We are now going to roll initiative.
All right. I rolled a 2. So I will continue to be the worst roller in D&D.
You know the worst roller because Lorem just beefed it with a. I mean, it's a 6. You are still pretty bad.
Yeah, I'm still worse.
I got a 5. So
I got 15.
19.
Champion sitting at a 10.
Why? Why am I going first? I need to not. I'm squishy. I'm not trying to go up against the dragon first. This is messed up.
The dragon says,
You are all nothing to me. I will step on you as a boot steps on an ant, and I will feel nothing. Do your worst.
and then Elisa, do you do? You can call it a name or something. I don't know what you do.
I cast Leoman's tiny hut, which I choose to call a Kentako hut because it is, in fact, I am summoning a combination KFC, Taco Bell, Pizza Hut for us to hang out in.
Immobile dome of force springs into existence around and above you and remains stationary for the duration. The duration is 8 hours. Now, it does take a minute to cast this spell.
Okay.
That is 10 turns.
Okay. There is going to be breadsticks at the end of this. I swear.
I have not had a famous bowl in a while.
that's not true, Sam, and you know it.
Officially in D&D, you need a small crystal bead. What I'm going to say instead is you need one of those little plastic white tables from the middle of a Pizza Hut box.
Yes.
Or
Oh,
a
yes.
packet of mild sauce from Taco
Yeah.
Bell.
I have some on me.
We also have the new cheddar crisp chips in both mild and fire.
Boom.
I dig it.
Oh my gosh.
You think
Yeah,
we're not
on
diehard
my
Taco Bell
desk.
fans?
So you're concentrating on that. Next up is the dragon. The dragon is immediately going to take a swipe at Lorem.
Oh no.
And I want to stress this for this final conflict for the dragon. I'm using my metal D&D dice.
Ooh.
Oh, this is perfect because the champion has also been using metal dice, but like good guy metal dice. This is perfect. It's faded.
Okay, so that's a 26 to hit.
Jesus.
Criminy.
It does 12 damage to Lorem, and then it goes in for a second attack. So it's an additional 23 damage to Lorem.
Hoofa doofa.
And then it goes into bite Lorem
What?
with a nat 20.
No.
Still, it's not going well.
There's 40 total. Lorem is knocked down. He's not dead, but he's looking pretty rough right now. Next in the turn order is Sam.
Seeing his champion bro and Lorem be in peril, Sam attempts to enter rage,
Okay?
but he can't do it. He cannot do it because it's been called into question.
Oh!
But that is not enough to stop him from attacking. And he is casting aside Yield Spar and pulling 2 javelins from his back. That's a 22.
That hits.
That's 7 damage on the first javelin. And I'm going to throw the other javelin. Say 17.
That does not hit. So next in the turn order is the champion. What is left of him?
The champion brings himself to his feet and stares the dragon dead in the eyes, unsheaths his battle axe, and drops it at his feet.
Wait, what?
He reaches for the javelin and drops it at his feet. And he reaches down and he grabs the talisman. All my life, I've been destined for greatness. You think a little fire's gonna stop me? Hell no. I've got destiny at my back, baby. And it's coming for you! And he charges forward to just punch this dragon with the talisman in his hands.
I wish you wouldn't.
Because this is just a punch. Roll a strength check.
That's gonna be a 22.
That's not bad. I guess you should roll the damage dice for that. Roll 1d4 plus your strength modifier.
That's gonna be 7 total. That's gonna be 7 total damage.
You do 7 damage to the dragon, and the dragon reacts.
He can do that.
Oh.
I was afraid of that, yeah.
The dragon swats at you. It's a good number. It's a big number. Do you guess what number's on my dice right now?
Zoe, it's more than 10.
Not more than 10.
It's definitely more than 10. I rolled a nat 20.
Yeah,
You
of course
nat
did.
20
Nat
champion.
Oh.
The dragon just swats you and sends your body flying into the side of a Jamba Juice. You have 5 HP?
I had 5
did.
HP.
We're in death saving throw territory now. You are unconscious, embedded into the wall. And next in the turn order is Lorem. He makes a break for the talisman to try to grab it, and the dragon clocks him and goes for a reaction, which misses. He dives out of the way and lands sprawled on his back, just shy of the talisman. And next in the turn order is Zoe.
I'm probably gonna then call lightning. So storm cloud appears in the shape of a cylinder. When you cast the spell, choose a point that you can see within range. A bolt of lightning flashes down from the cloud to that point. Each creature within 5 feet of that point must make a dexterity saving throw, and a creature takes 3d10 lightning damage on a failed save or half on a successful one.
Dexterity saving throw. Oh, no, that is a 7.
The dragon takes 9 points of lightning damage.
Mikey, it is your turn. You just hear Lorem going, Mikey, the talisman.
Well, give me a second.
Mikey, the talisman.
I ignore Lorem. I run over to Zoe.
Michael.
Lorem, what?
The talisman, Michael.
Yeah, okay. So I run over to Zoe, and I'm like, hey, how you doing? I think we're gonna die. But I do have one idea that might save us. I think if we ask Elisa to Storm of Knives Sam again, imbue the talisman with the feeling he felt, and then run the talisman to the dragon, we might get it to have an emotional breakdown.
But I'm making a Kentako hut.
She is busy for the next 10 turns. That being said, I could lightning
Sam.
my husband. Okay, so I'm sorry. We're trying to give Sam an emotional breakdown and hit him with lightning, and he's currently having an existential crisis.
I feel bad when you say it like that, but
Yeah, I don't know. I think you just have to go for it and not die.
I'm gonna dash, try to pick it up mid-dash, and throw it back to Zoe.
I'm not going to have you roll for the dash because that's a movement.
Yes.
What I am going to do is I'm going to have the dragon roll to see if it swipes you.
Got it.
It does not swipe you. You run for the talisman.
I am hobbling on a cane this entire time, which is really funny.
But very quickly.
Yeah, don't steal my truth. I'm really good at it now.
If you're going to hock it at Zoe, you are going to have to roll to throw it.
Do I have to roll to catch it?
You're both going to have to roll athletics.
I
for
rolled
this.
a 12.
I got a 15.
Okay, you fling it and it lands on the ground about 10 foot in front of Zoe.
Can I just pick it up?
You can on your turn. I want everyone, and I'm going to include the champion in this, to roll a wisdom saving throw. Everyone except Mikey to roll a wisdom saving throw.
17! I know it still doesn't save, and that's what makes me so mad.
Champion's got a 1.
That's a crit fail!
Yeah, that is.
Oh,
yeah, that
no.
is. Get ready to feel all of it.
Oh no! Yeah, I got an 8.
Elisa,
Oh. Yeah.
what did you roll?
A 13.
Okay, so literally
everyone.
everybody, Mikey's picked up the talisman, he's thrown it. In that brief moment, you were able to feel everyone. Lorem is in a tremendous amount of pain and discomfort. Miles, I'll let you field that one quickly.
Just a vast emptiness with maybe a muted pain all over is kind of where I'm at right now.
What do you feel from Sam?
Seeing the champion in peril and kind of realizing that I would never have a fresh Orange Julius ever again pushes me over the edge. So, like, what you are feeling from me is growing confidence and also rage building.
Elisa, how are you feeling?
I'm trying to concentrate on the spell and using my chanting words. I'm at the Pizza Hut. I'm at the Taco Bell. I'm at the combination Pizza Hut and Taco Bell. But in the meantime, I'm trying to stuff down every single word of doubt that says that I probably should have cast Glyph of Warding instead. I'm just fighting against that.
Zoe, how are you feeling?
I think I'm feeling pretty bad because I have to emotionally break down Sam. And so I'm kind of thinking about how I'm going to do that and also do it on a stream without making our relationship very public.
That's a very real fear. Wow.
But also pragmatically, I understand what I have to do.
Layered on top of all of this, you feel the dragon. You feel his anger. There's so much anger right now. He is furious. There is a contempt for all life that is not him. And in the moment when you're holding onto the talisman to the moment you throw it, which is maybe less than a second, all of that hits you at once. Elisa, what's up?
Do I have a Kentaco Hut yet?
Not yet. This is the third turn, so it's just 7 more of these.
Lisa, it's never happening.
I feel like as much as like a Kentaco Hut would be very, very soothing, at this point I'm just kind of over it and just want to hit this thing however I can. So I'm gonna throw the hot sauce packet anyway. I'm a wuss for spice.
Before you do
it's not
that,
even like it's gonna work.
you've spent a little bit of time charging that packet, so it does. It's gone from mild to hot. Elisa, are you considering your options?
Yeah, because the thing I want to do takes an hour, which is the problem. Instead of that, we're gonna go with Melf's Acid Arrow, which is a shimmering green arrow bursting in a spray of acid. On a hit, target takes 4d4 acid damage immediately and 2d4 acid damage at the end of its next turn.
Okay, yeah, do it. Go ahead and make a ranged spell attack.
That's a 19.
That does it. That hits.
That's great!
Yeah. I need you to roll that 4d4 of acid damage.
13.
It is the dragon's turn, and the dragon rears its head back and lets out an almighty howl. And in the distance, you hear more flapping. And then it swoops down, and you can see another dragon carrying something humanoid. It's a large, imposing ogre. That is the dragon's turn.
Oh, 2d4.
Yep,
Oh, 2d4.
acid damage.
Roll that 2d4, please.
3.
Next in the turn order is Sam.
I am regaining my confidence. I am going to enter my barbarian rage. I take up yield spar and charge at the ogre. Okay, that's a 12, but I have advantage, so that's a 23. Okay, 11 damage on that first hit.
Okay.
I'm just wailing on this dude, hitting him again. Does a 19 hit?
19 hits.
Then that does 13 damage.
Okay, so that's a total of 24 damage. Champion,
Hi.
give us
Make that
the
save throw.
first of your death saving throws.
All right. That's going to be a... Oh, that's a 9.
Lorem uses his staff to pull himself up, and he looks at the group, and then he looks at the dragon, and he lets out this almighty scream, and his body glows with light, and the light blasts at the dragon and the ogre. When the light dies down, the ogre is dead, and the dragon has a huge scar on its chest where it's been hit by this blast of this deep arcane magic. Lorem is gone, and he has seemingly given the last of his own life force to try to help you in your fight against the dragon.
Goodness.
So next in the turn order is Zoe, you're up.
I was definitely going to ask Lorem what we should do with this talisman.
Give me a wisdom saving throw, please.
That's a 10.
Okay. So the space around you is frozen for a moment. Everything is kind of in a washed out grayscale except for when you look down at your own body. And standing in front of you is Lorem. He walks up to you and he says, I think you know what to do. But just in case you wanted to ask me, I thought it would be cool to give you a little farewell. What do you know about the talisman so far?
It really likes feeling the same way I do. And sometimes other people too, I guess, but mainly me.
Everyone who has held that talisman has felt everyone else's emotions pulled inward. I wonder perhaps if there is a way to point it outward again.
He throws up a couple of peace signs and says,
That's your lot. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe!
and then time unfreezes and the color of the world snaps back into place.
What if this is probably dumb?
That means it's great.
Okay, so I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pick up the talisman. I'm gonna yell to Elisa, I need you to focus everybody's feelings outward, and I'm really, really sorry. And then I'm going to cast Feign Death on myself.
Holy.
That's so dark.
I think that is one way to make everyone here maybe feel worse than they do now.
Hold
My
on.
God.
Hold on. Wait. Just to be clear, you are trying to convince me that you are dead.
Yes. And with Feign Death, I can do that.
Everyone do a wisdom saving throw just to kind of...
You guys are gonna be so mad at me.
I got an 11.
16?
I got a dirty 20 on that.
Dirty. So Sam's fine.
Do you need the champions, or is his like default bad?
Oh, yeah, you fail that roll by default, I think. So how is everyone feeling? Let's just pin it down to 3 words. Elisa, how are you feeling?
The champion is kind of wondering, if he were to die right now, through some sort of act of martyrdom, would Cargo Pants still catch on long after he's gone?
Legit.
I have a minuscule amount of faith that we might pull this off.
Brilliant. That is what you feel just as you release the talisman to throw it to Elisa. Elisa, you're about to catch it. Zoe, now's the time.
As I'm throwing it, I do say, you need to find a way for it to focus their feelings outward instead of inward. And I'm really, really sorry. And I cast Feign Death on myself.
Elisa, you catch the talisman and you're kind of looking at it in your hands, and then you look up and Zoe is on the ground and she is not moving. I'm going to put a pin in initiative for now and allow you all to react how you want to react seeing Zoe on the floor. What do you do?
I run to her. I instantly, my speed is 40, so I run a little faster than everyone else. So yeah, it is just intense, crippling, overwhelming fear.
You
I'm getting weirdly emotional. I'm sorry.
Oh, this is a lot more powerful than I thought this was gonna go. Got me a little too.
Yeah, you get to Zoe and she's lying and she's motionless and she is not breathing and she is not moving.
I immediately I just call out for Elisa because she's the only one with healing.
Yeah, I'm staring at the talisman, I'm staring at Zoe, and then at the same time I'm also trying to literally parse every letter of every word she told me to try and find what it is that I'm actually supposed to do.
You Are you going to Sam? Yeah. You get there and you see that Zoe is just on the floor. There's no motion. She is down.
I try to cast Cure Wounds.
Nothing happens.
What did she say to you?
She said we need to find a way to focus all this outward, and she's sorry.
Mikey, what are you doing right now?
That's a tough one. Having been in situations that are rough before, I do kind of like turn off. So if I watch Zoe go down and Sam do that, I would just...
And we're back at the top of the turn order. Elisa, you have the talisman. What do you do?
What's this thing made out of again?
We don't know. Magic.
Magic metal.
Yeah.
This stuff.
Shiny magic metal. It's always catching the light.
But it is metal.
Yes.
I want there to be a way to cast heat metal on this thing, except instead of actual heat, it's our feeling. It's our being heated.
I don't hate that at all. I'm gonna let you do that. Do you have to do any kind of roll? What is it? How does heat metal work?
So choose a manufactured metal object that you see. You cause the object to glow red hot. Any creature in physical contact with the object will then take 2d8 fire damage when you cast the spell.
What are you talking about? Maybe flinging it at the dragon, or how do you want to?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna tweak this spell a little bit. I would like you, and I'm gonna give you advantage on this because you are kind of emotionally motivated right now. Go ahead and roll a d20. Just give me a straight up and down charisma check, or your spellcasting modifier.
That was a 3.
And was that just the first roll? Because you have advantage on this.
Oh. Uh-huh. All right, that's way better because that's a 17.
You place your hands on the talisman and you can feel everything that everyone around you is feeling. I'm not even going to do the wisdom saving throws because I think right now everyone is kind of emotionally compromised. And you can feel the talisman kind of glowing with the heat of that emotional energy.
I basically tell everybody, feel it hard at this thing now.
All right. And you do that. The heat wave radiates out from the talisman out towards the dragon. And it actually, I'm going to do a quick wisdom saving throw for the dragon. That's a critical fail, baby. The dragon is hit by the radiation of the grief and loss and sorrow and anger that is in you at this moment. And more than that, because the spell that you cast on this talisman didn't just capture the grief and loss that you feel. It is such is the strength of your emotion right now that it's pulling all the emotion of people around you, in the block, in the district, in the city. The people of Oklahoma City who have been terrorized by this dragon for so long. All of it has been funneled into the talisman and blasted out at the dragon. And all at once, the dragon feels it. The dragon feels your loss and your sorrow and the fear of the people and the impact that the dragon and its selfish, evil ways have affected the world around it. And you see this dragon kind of stumble, just kind of stumble backwards as it is hit with the full psychic force of everything that you have done. And I would like you to roll 2d20 of psychic damage.
$19
Good.
plus 18.
Now add your charisma and your proficiency to
Oh
that.
my god!
I'm Puerto Rican.
Yeah.
I don't.
Does not mess around with family.
That is 37 plus 3 is 40 plus 3 is 43. And I curse in Spanish.
Sam, add your proficiency and your wisdom to the roll.
Then I'm gonna go ahead and that's a +5, baby.
Mikey, add your wisdom and proficiency to the roll.
Okay, so 6.
The champion, you slump off of the wall, landing on the ground in front of you. You feel a little bit like something has some unknown force has restored you. Just a little bit, just enough. And I need your wisdom and your proficiency.
That's going to be 4.
And you feel on the wind, you feel Lorem ipsum the wise, his presence one last time. And you had 6. Tell me the final tally.
I think that's 64.
You watch the dragon stumble backward and slump down, and then it collapses, and you can see it's not quite dead, but it is having trouble breathing. Struggling to breathe, struggling to stand. It is so weak now. Such is the combined force of your sense of loss and grief, combined with the sense of fear of the people of the city.
I think I'm gonna draw Zoe's sword.
My scimitar?
Yeah.
Ooh,
Curved.
the ice
Without frost
gem.
damage.
With that ice gem.
And like not even charge the dragon, just march up towards that dragon. I'm gonna take the sword and put it like right up to its, like snout, I guess. Just snout, and just look it in his eyes.
You are close enough right now to see there are tears in its eyes, and the dragon looks up at you, and the dragon says,
I didn't know. I didn't know.
And the sword to its face, I go, get the fuck out.
And then I jump in behind him. I'm like, get the fuck out of here.
Fucking
Get
dick,
out.
you suck!
You piece of
Get
shit.
here!
Get out.
the dragon pushes itself up, and you can see it starts to it's kind of struggling to kind of step away, and then it beats its wings, and as its wings are flapping, it kind of looks back at you, and it just makes eye contact with you, Sam, and you can see. You don't need a talisman to see the regret and the remorse in this dragon's eyes right now, as it turns and it lifts off of the ground and it flies away, and you watch it go off into the distance, and then it's gone.
And I go, hold on. I have a hunch. And I try to cast Speak with Dead.
You guys are gonna be so mad at me when I wake up. Like, that's all I've been thinking about this whole time.
I would say at this point, by the way, Champion, are you now rejoining the group, or are you still standing in the Jamba Juice, slipping on a berry blast or whatever?
I've been chewing on some old kale, and I'm feeling a little bit better from it.
Nice.
I'm gonna say your health, I'd say it was already back up to 10 from the restoration. I'm gonna say right now you've gained an additional 5 of kale healing.
Oh, hell yeah.
You cast Speak with Dead, and Zoe, you, in your current state, feign death, you can definitely pick up that this spell is being cast at you. You are aware, and you are able, should you choose, to end the spell. What do you do?
I mean, I have to end it, right? Because, I can't just be there for, an hour. So I would say I definitely, come out of the spell.
All right.
And I think immediately I'm like, I'm sorry, did that work?
Oh, it fully did.
I just look at her and go, you dork!
I knew it.
Yeah. I think I definitely look at Sam and I'm like, I'm really, 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 really sorry. I'm really, I have no words for how sorry I am.
I just
for what I just
crash
did.
in and start the group hug, because it's taking
Yeah.
too long.
You do the group hug, and we dissolve now to sometime later. You are on the steps outside City Hall in Oklahoma City as the mayor is giving you all medals and says to the members of Deep Dive and of course our champion, Jim Lee Hero, we want to say thank you. We've been recording for 7 years and his name hasn't come up organically yet.
Yeah, I was waiting for it. Just didn't happen, but now you all know. It's Jim Lee Hero.
We want to thank you for everything that you have done to protect Oklahoma City. We can now say once again that we are a dragon-free community, and that is all thanks to you. And everyone, like a fake post on Tumblr, everyone stands up and applauds.
All the kids run up to Miles for autographs. We're like,
Yes.
I'm pulling,
yeah.
and I had them ready in my pockets.
Yeah, yeah,
So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sam, I'm really sorry that I did the thing in stories that you really, really hate. I'm really sorry about
Oh,
that.
yeah, it was-
I just realized it, and I'm sorry.
that attack roll is going to be 1d12. Okay.
Oh, did you roll to hit first?
Oh, right. Oh, goodness
Yeah.
gracious. What do I?
So in
is that-
Dungeons and Dragons, you use dice to determine
Oh,
the
no.
outcome.
Do I roll? I can't remember. Is it a 20 first? It's been a while since.
It's been a while. Yeah, it's a D20.
Okay, great. Oh dear.
Since I fought dragons,
I rolled.
Leaving.
I rolled a 4.
here come with my axe. Sorry. Scorch marks up your skin, your hair a little bit on fire. Bits of clothing may have melted onto you. And
Is he wearing polyester?
It was polyester.
'Cause
It
if
was
he's-
polyester.
Probably.
yeah.
don't
No, because
buy
if you're wearing cotton, it just catches fire. Polyester is the one that like melts.
The leggings. The leggings.
It's probably
Yeah, I would say
polyester.
a lot of this armor might be like costume armor that you bought at a comic convention.
Oh,
Sorry.
most certainly yes.
Just to be clear, based on what everyone just said, you are wearing polyester cargo leggings.
You know, as a champion,
Yeah.
he thinks that he can kind of like push fashion in a certain direction.